An aircraft carrier is a floating city 1,100 feet of steel carrying 90 aircraft, moving at 30 knots across the ocean, taking weeks to reach a conflict zone. In the 1970s, the U.S. Air Force looked at this limitation and asked a simple question: what if we made it fly? Not a small plane carrying one fighter, a Boeing 747 carrying 10 of them, flying at 600 miles per hour, capable of deploying an entire air wing to any spot on Earth in 12 hours. Picture this: a Boeing 747 approaches a war zone, but when the cargo bay doors open, it doesn't drop supplies, it drops fighters, one after another, like hornets pouring from a hive. The microfighters detach, ignite their engines, peel away into formation while the mothership circles overhead, ready to rearm and recover them mid-flight. It sounds like science fiction written by someone who played too much Ace Combat, but Boeing actually designed it. They drew the blueprints, ran the numbers, and were ready to build it. Welcome to ShadowWorks. Today, we open the file on the 747 AAC, the flying fortress that would have turned the sky into a hive. Fighter jets have a fatal limitation: range. An F-15 can fly 1,200 miles without refueling. Impressive, until you realize the Earth's circumference is 25,000 miles, and most conflicts happen in places without friendly runways. When a crisis erupts in the Middle East, Indian Ocean, or South China Sea, it takes a carrier battle group 2 to 3 weeks to sail there, and by then the war might already be over. The Air Force needed rapid global reach. They needed to project air power anywhere, immediately, without waiting for the Navy. They looked at the massive C-5 Galaxy and the Boeing 747 and realized these planes were mostly empty air. If you gutted the seats and passenger amenities, you had a flying hangar. But here's the problem: you can't fit a real fighter jet inside a 747. Not even close. An F-15's wingspan is 43 feet, and the 747's cargo hold is only 20 feet wide. So Boeing had to do something radical: design an entirely new category of aircraft that didn't exist yet. They called them microfighters, and they had to be tiny, deadly, and capable of surviving combat despite being a fraction of the size of normal jets. The Boeing Model 985-121 looked almost comical. Imagine an F-16 that got shrunk in the wash, with a 17-foot wingspan and a single engine, weighing just 3,000 pounds. Inside the 747